Hello all the bodies, my name is Claudia and this is a channel 1.5 meters of knowledge, and I am here today to present to you a video about the general composition of human blood. Being blood one of the most valuable substances on the planet, it is important to recognize and emphasize its various functions and components, allowing us to be in awe with the wonders that the human body has to offer. So, gather round, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Today I present to you the blood in all its glory. Don't be afraid. Nothing graphic will be shown in this video. It's just me and my modeling clay. What we so call blood can be divided into two main parts. The plasma, which comprises about 56% of total volume, and the cells, which amount to 44% of blood at normal conditions. The plasma, looking like a yellowish Pac-Man, is made of 90 to 92% of water, in which are dissolved other substances essential to life, as in electrolytes, amino acids, vitamins, organic acids, pigments, enzymes, hormones, and excretion products. The plasma also contains about 6 to 8% of proteins that are responsible for transportation and coagulation. The cytes part of the blood is comprised of erythrocytes, leukocytes, and thrombocytes. The cyte suffix refers to cell and comes from the Greek word ketos, meaning hollow vessel. Let's see what the different prefixes mean in those three types of cells. The word erythrocytes, synonym to red blood cells, is composed by the junction of the Greek word erythron, which means red, and ketos, which means cell. These are responsible for the transport of gas through the organism, like the O2 that we inhale and the CO2 that we exhale. Their shape is of a biconcave disc, like a sphere that was pinched on both sides. And this attribute is due to the fact that, in these cells, the nucleus is absent when they are mature. Being enucleated, as well as their small size of 7.5 micrometers, leads these cells to have extreme deforming and flexibility powers, allowing them to reach even the smallest capillaries of our body. The leukocytes, glucose, white, and ketos cell, or white blood cells, are 5 types divided into 2 groups: those with visible granulations, the granulocytes, and those without visible granulations. Under an optic microscope, granulocytes can be clearly recognized, and we can distinguish the 3 types by the coloration that their granules acquire. Basophil granulocytes display large purple granules in the presence of basic stains. Neutrophil granulocytes have numerous and small granulomas that stain in the presence of neutral dye. Eosinophil or acidophile granulocytes stain their large granulations of red-orange color in the presence of acid dyes. And those without granulations, you ask? Well, those are the monocytes and lymphocytes. Too much to follow? In an upcoming documentary about the life and death of white blood cells, we shall come up with a few ways to help memorize and understand so many names. So, we know their names, but what do they do? Leukocytes are responsible for our immunity, whether that be our targeted immunity, in the case of, for example, antibody-driven adaptive immunity, or non-specific immunity, like an inflammation at a cut site. Not only are they securities, but also cleaners at a crime scene, getting rid of apoptotic cells, cellular fragments, and cells with defects. As you can see, there is no shortage of work for these blood components. Last but not least, we have the thrombocytes, or platelets, name they prefer to be called. With a small size of 1 to 3 micrometers in diameter and 0.5 micrometers in thickness, they are the result of cellular fragmentation of bone marrow cells called megakaryocytes. That being said, don't be fooled by their size. They are responsible for the coagulation of our blood, stopping us from bleeding out from, let's say, a cat scratch. The blood, with so many cells, with so many names. However, a common ancestor, bone marrow stem cells. These differentiate into megakaryocytes, originating platelets. Erythroblasts, that also flow in the bloodstream, are essentially red blood cells that are not mature and still have a nucleus. The myeloid precursor gives origin to the granulocytes, and one of the non-granulocytes, the monocyte. The lymphoid precursor gives us lymphocytes B and T. Who? Oh, I see I failed to mention the lymphocyte twins that are formed in different places and have different functions. But that is a story for another time.
Well, I can see that you are more confused than when you didn't see this video. I hope that this broad approach of the blood did not scare the more sensitive people,
as there will be more to come. With that, I will leave you be, in the hopes that you acquired at least 1.5 meters of knowledge, 4 feet 11 inches for those in imperial units. Goodbye, and until the next one.